What's up, everybody? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing on this hump day? Or should I say hump night or hump day or hump afternoon, whatever it is, whatever time you're watching it. Hope everybody good. I'm gonna do some stretches. Sit you right here real quick. Get down here real quick. Let's see. Dang it. Got down here. Got down my stuff. Alright. This one. What am I missing? Hold on. Forgot on the phone. Wait a minute, y'all. Welcome to Workout Wednesday. Welcome, welcome. Okay. All right, yeah. Yeah. I got on my shirt today. And I got this shirt on for a reason, a special reason. I'm gonna talk to y'all about it. Later on, my back been kind of hurting a little bit, but I'm still gonna make my way through it, and do my thing. All right. Okay. Yeah, still gonna do my thing, trying to kind of loosen it up a little bit. Work on your breathing. Stretch. Always make sure you stretch before you do anything. Play basketball, sports. Make sure you get your stretches in because you could cause injury. You can cause cramping. You can just throw your whole self off when you don't. If you look at the NBA players before the game, before they start shooting around and everything, you can see them out there on the floor. And they be scratching, trying to get loose. That's very important. It's very important. I don't know what my girl got that TV on back there. It's loud. All right. Well, I ain't gonna wait no longer. I'm gonna tell you. Before I get started, I'm gonna give y'all. I like to try to give y'all a little bit of life lessons on top of, getting my exercise on. It's already a testimony to be able to, move around and do your exercises and stuff like that because, I try not to take it for granted because there are other people that don't have that ability, don't have these abilities. So I try to Oh, I'm tight too. I try to take and show appreciation for, the things that I do have and the abilities that I do have. All right, so before I get started, let me just say this. Since we got together last time, uh, I've been going through a little bit of ups and downs uh, as far as being a parent, as far as being a father. There's been some things that's been going on, and I'm gonna tell you, as a father, you worry about your kids. You want to have a good relationship with them. You want your kids to be able to come to you and talk to you, stuff like that. But from time to time, just to keep it real, time to time, you're not really going to see eye to eye all the time with your kids. But you got to keep on trying. You never give up. I learned that sometimes you got to let your kids just go and have some time to just kind of get themselves together, even though it's hard. For me, it's hard for me to go without speaking to my kids. It's hard for me. But I realize, I got kids, all of my kids are in their 20s, and they got things that they want to do, and it don't involve no 50-year-old man. So I accept the fact that, hey, it is what it is. But anyway, in particular, my daughter, my youngest daughter, we ran into a situation we wasn't seeing eye to eye, and she kind of stopped talking to me for a little bit, and it bothered me. It bothered me. But I kept praying about it. I kept praying about it. And I kept trusting that God will work out the situation between us. And that He will, He would, see us through, see us back, get us back. But at the same time, I was allowing her space also. So the blessing is the prayers did not go unanswered. All right, so I'm gonna do some sets of sit-ups. Let me get y'all, put you over here. I forgot my shoes. Hopefully I can do it without my shoes. Yeah, so before I get started with the sit-ups, let me tell you. So after a few months, my daughter called me up. And she said, Daddy, I'm sorry. She said, you are a good daddy, and you've always been good to me. I will never, ever take you for granted. Again, I will never, ever distance myself like this from you. Again, and I'm going to tell you, that meant the world to me. But see, sometimes your kids have to go through some things. They have to go through some experiences before they can come to terms and realize the blessings that they have. Even me. It took me a lot of years to realize the blessing of two things. The blessing of not having my father in my life at a period of time, and the blessing of getting the opportunity to spend his last year and a half, it's about a year and a half to 2 years of his life, I got a chance to spend with him. I needed that. And that was a blessing. And the blessing of having a stepdad that I really didn't appreciate. But this man, to be honest, this man taught me a lot of stuff. And I really didn't look at that. I was just looking at the bad. So it took me some time to realize just how blessed I was to have him in my life at that period of time when my father wasn't there. So we just got to go through some things sometimes where we can realize that, you know, um, we better off than what we think we are. All right, so let me get a few sit-ups in. All right. Take a breath. Relax. All right, that was 20. So that's 20 for now. All right, I'm gonna spin around. I taught you this leg exercise. You have your back against the wall, one leg, two leg, both legs. So I'm gonna do 2 sets of 10 with that. All right, ready? Let's get it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm gonna do one more set. But I really appreciated talking to my baby girl and coming to understanding and getting, asking for forgiveness and receiving forgiveness. All of this is important. Acknowledgement. All right, one more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. All right, that was good. All right, we're going upstairs. What's going on upstairs? I picked up some exercises on Instagram that I'm gonna add to it. I'm gonna add to. All right. These are. Wait a minute, I'm going the wrong way. These are, I think they call them Chinese exercises. I'm gonna look, see how it go. Okay. So, they're supposed to be helpful exercises. So what you're doing, you're bending over, Okay, you're bending over and you're swinging your arms back and forwards, like that. And shit, I felt some pops and clicks just by doing that one, just showing you. So I'm gonna do about 10 of those. Bend over, spread your arms, and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that felt good. All right. Then you got up and down, standing straight up and down. These is Chinese exercises. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Then the other one is bend your knees a little, then outward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. All right, that was good. Then you got, it's another one. When you're taking your hands outward like this, your hands is out. Try to go back where you can see me. I don't want y'all to see me. And you're taking down. Okay, stoop down. You're taking your hands and you're going 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You really feel it. You really do feel it. All right. All right, so that's all I'm gonna do with that one. Then the other one, all right, the other one is the weights. I'll wait to do that one. All right, so let me go on and do some of my regular stuff. All right, so the lifts, I call them toe lifts. So you raising up to the sky, touch the waist, down to your toes. All right, I'm gonna do 15 of those. Tiptoes, up on your tiptoes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, that was good. That was good. All right, that felt good. All right, what's up? What's up? Welcome. Nora, what's up? What's up? All right. Other one is another old school exercise. They used to call it the teapot. So you're gonna go 10 over that side, then switch and 10 over that side. All right, ready? Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3. It's stiff. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that feel good. Feel good, y'all. All right. So, what else? What up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, y'all? You are not fat. Well, I appreciate that. Uh, Coming from me, like all my life, I was 150 pounds, but I was active, playing ball, running, working, always moving, and I stayed at 150 steady for all the way up to probably like 35, close to 40. Uh, when I got injured on my job, I had to sit down. When I went to sit down, it wasn't I got all of this from eating. It wasn't, it was because my metabolism was used to being like this. And I went from that to this. Sitting down all the time, sad, depressed. And now I'm coming back. I'm 53 now. And I said, there's no time like right now. So I'm trying to get back in. I'm just trying to be healthy. That's all. I ain't trying to prove nothing. Just trying to be healthy. My motto is do something. So that's what I do. And along the way, I've been encouraging other people to do the same thing. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing. All right. So now, let me see. What else I got on here? Because I'm trying to pick up new exercises along the way to add to what I already been doing. And I picked up some Chinese exercises from over on what's that, Instagram. Here's some chair exercises. I don't know if I can do that. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's see. I may even do some of them. Okay. I don't know if I can get this on here. I might got y'all too high. I might have to break it down a little bit. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna do the chair exercise. Because I said I gotta get me a small chair so I can be able to be closer to the ground and I can be able to have my camera lined up just right. So for now, I'm just going over here and do some weight stuff. Like I said, for anybody new that don't know, always remember safety first. Do what you can do. Don't ever try to overdo it. I'm gonna tell you something that happened to me. Quick tip. When I first started doing this, I went real hard, like I used to back in the day, and I found out that the hard way. My body felt like I had gotten a ring with Mike Tyson. My body felt beat up. So, and then I risked an injury. Matter of fact, I wound up hurting my wrist because I went too hard. Now I'm starting out with these weights. These are 10-pound weights, and I think that's something good for me. When I was going through therapy after injuring my back, I had 5-pound weights. So, in a sense, I just went up to the next level. So you do whatever you can do. If you can do 5 pounds, 2 pounds, 10 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever, just do what you can do and just protect yourself. All right. So first thing I do some lifts. So, I don't know what they call it, but I call them raises. All right, so I do about 10 of those. 1, 2. And the lesson that I learned is don't move your body. Don't be moving your body with it like that, because that take away from the exercise. All right, 3, 4, all arms. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. All right, the next one I'm gonna do before I get real tired, I'm gonna do outwards. So I'm gonna do 10 of those. All right, 1, 2, All right. And the next one I'm gonna do up. Going both up at the same time. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You hear my bones cracking. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So take a minute. Give me a quick sip. The water, always remember, if it's ice cold water, I read that it's unhealthy to down a whole bunch of cold water at the same time. It does something negative to your body. I don't know for sure. I know I spent a lot of days on the basketball court down in ice cold water, so I don't know. Maybe it's a new thing. So just be careful. All right. Look good. I appreciate that. What's that, Mr. Sports? I appreciate it. Thank you, man. What's up, Rudy? What's up, Rudy? Yeah. Thanks for coming in, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all of your suggestions and the advice that you give. You know, like y'all know, like my motto is to do something. So I'm trying to get myself back in the habit of just staying consistent. You know, it be times, I ain't gonna front, it be times I'm like, man, shoot, I don't feel like it. But I'm trying to program myself to do something every day. Just do something. So, and I want to be more consistent with this workout. I know a lot of people do Bible study on Wednesday. And I'm trying to think of a good day that, you know, people can come and not come out of Bible study. Because I just did my Bible study before, where last week I did my Bible study afterwards. So I don't want to be competing with Bible study. So I'm going to pick a day, a good day. Matter of fact, if y'all got some suggestions for an open day, I know I'm into the NBA. I know them games be running, and I be trying to catch them. So if you ever got any suggestions for a day y'all think is good, that y'all might want to come out, hey, I'll switch it. But I'm gonna try to get away from this Wednesday because, you know, a lot of people devote Wednesday and Sunday be devoted to, you know, God and Bible studies and stuff like that. All right. So this one here is the swing through the legs. And like I said, protect yourself at all times. So basically what this one is holding your weights together and you're raising over your head, behind your back, and bending your knees, taking them down between your legs, and then up over your head, down between your legs. So I'm gonna do 10 of those. And like I said, you spread your legs, protect yourself. You do not want to injure yourself with this exercise. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Them bones cracking. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Boy, they cracking. I like it though. They cracking and I like it. For y'all just came in, look, I said a little something earlier. I'm gonna go through it real quick. My shirt. I wore this shirt special today because I've been going through some stuff. You know, the devil been fighting up against me and my kids. Been trying to separate us. My youngest daughter, my baby girl, she went for some months without speaking to me, and it was bothering me. But I've been praying about it. And 2 days ago, she called me. And she said, "Daddy, I'm sorry." She said, "You are a good daddy. You always been there for us." Her and her sister said, "You always been there for us. You always been good to us, and you always try to help us and everything like that. And I want you to know that I will never, ever take you for granted again. I will never do that again." See, the prayers has been heard. The situation that she went through caused her to realize the blessing and the parent that she had. And it made me feel so good, hearing that. Just even if she didn't apologize, just to see her and talk to her, it really made me feel good. And we talked for about 2-3 hours. And I even asked her for forgiveness because I never want to do nothing to hurt my kids. Everything that I put out here, whether it's on social media, whether it's in my own life, I try to make it positive. Even when I get negative feedback, I just try to put out positive. So to get that from her, I got my shirt out, and it says, what's that? "The toughest job you will ever love, being a dad." I love my kids. I got 2 girls and a boy, and I love each one of them equally. And I always want them to know that I love them. I never want them to ever think that they don't have, a daddy that love and care for them. I never want that, So that was a blessing. And that's my testimony. All right. Okay. So next thing, let me make sure I know how that exercise went. I haven't did it in a while. I gotta go back and look at it. Okay, here it is. It's been a couple of weeks since I did this one. But actually this one here is a lower version of what I was doing before. This one, you know what, I think I'm gonna need to take this down a little bit. Hold up, y'all. Let me reset this. Bring this down a little bit so y'all can see everything going on. All right. This one, the exercise that I used to do, what I used to do is keep my hands up high. Let me back up so you can see. Keep my hands up high and go down each hand, pick one up, take it up like that, put it back down, take my hand up, go down the other hand, pick it up, take it, put it back down, bring it up like that. That's what I was doing, but I see a different version of that. This one here is more, look like more consistent. All right. So this one is, okay, he laying the weights flat. He laying the weights flat. And he's going back and forwards. Okay, dang, I forgot what was that. Okay. So legs spread. He's going back and forwards. Lift, put down, lift. All right, let me just try. Try not to explain it. But he's doing a lot faster. I gotta get some practice on that one. He ain't resting. He's like down. Okay, I see what he's doing. He crisscrossing. He crisscrossing the weights. So it's always one in his hand. All right. Something like that. Let me practice that one. I'm tripping off of that. Let me practice that one a little bit before I come back with that. But I like it, but I can't get that one yet. I can't get that one. So let me go back to some basics. All right, so y'all still can see me. So I'm gonna go back to my stances and get some stuff in. Like I said, I'm open to advice, criticism. Like, sometimes you could be doing it wrong. I have people tell me, the proper way of doing it. People that's professional, more trained. I don't have no problem with that. Like, this is what I try to tell my kids. Never turn down information. You're never too old to learn something new. All right. Now, when I was doing this, when I first started doing it, I was going 1, 2, straight ahead. And somebody told me that you get more value when you twist it. When you twist your arm, twist it. And I notice I do feel more of a strain that way, which tells me, I guess I'm working more muscles that way. So, hey, thanks for that tip. I'm on it. All right, so I'm gonna do 10 on each side. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. All right. Yeah, so let's see the time. All right. I'll do a few more of those raises. Matter of fact, I didn't do my arms. Okay. So, all right. I guess I can call these circles. You moving around with your arms. So I'll do 10 forward and then 10 backwards. All right. Ready? Set. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3. Tight circles. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Those Chinese exercises earlier, I know some of y'all didn't get a chance to see it. I'll show y'all. I'm going to add them onto the exercise that I'm doing because I'm going to tell you, they felt good. They felt really good. All right. And the last thing, I guess I'll just do some raises since it's going to be the last thing. I hear my girl machine going off in there. So I ain't going to stay on here too long. All right. So I'll do 20 of them since this is the last one. So, ready, set, let's get it. 1, 2, make sure you touch your toes. 3, and on your tippy toes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. All right, y'all. So, I'm about to wrap this up. Let me put my thing up here because I got something to tell you real quick. It's going to be the last thing. I always like to end on a positive note and give y'all a good word. since now I got my hat. I didn't wear my band because my hair needed to be cut, and I wasn't trying to go out like that. So that's why I worked out with my hat today. I usually have my Superman band. All right, so listen. I told y'all about the situation with my daughter, but listen, I'm gonna tell you. Yesterday was my father's birthday. My father would have been 78 years old yesterday if he was alive. And I did a video on my other channel and I talked about it. But just to give y'all a little bit of insight about me, I want to kind of give him a shout out today because this will be the first time that I mention it on my channel. I wanted to wish him a happy birthday. It was belated now. It was yesterday. And I want him to know that I love him and I miss him. But let me tell you something. I spent a lot of years, and I just talked to my daughter's boyfriend because he's going through problems between him and his dad. And I gave him some valuable information. For years, I was upset with my father because I felt like he wasn't the dad that I wanted him to be, right? It took a lot of years for me to come to terms with, especially, what taught me is having my own kids and then going through ups and downs with them, even while trying to be better than the way my dad was with me, and still going through things. It made me realize that behaviors are learned. I had to look at my father and I had to realize, I never met my father's father. I never met him. But I feel like what my father learned, he learned from his father, right? My father wasn't the affectionate type. He wasn't the type to throw the baseball or the nothing. He wasn't that. He wasn't the "I love you, son. You did a great job." Like he wasn't. But what he was a worker. He was a provider. There was never a time we went hungry. There was never a time when we didn't have a place to live. We never went without lights. My father worked consistently to provide for his family and even took us on vacations. This is what he knew, right? And I had to realize that I got to give him some slack because he did that much. Because listen, there's a lot of fathers that have kids and roll out and say, oh, well, there's a lot of kids out here that didn't have no kind of activity at all with their father and no kind of acknowledgement. My father didn't do that. He could have ran. He could have walked out and left my mother to raise us by herself. He didn't do that. So I had to realize the blessing in that, the fact that he stayed. And the only reason why he left is because him and my mom had differences and they had to go their own separate way. But my father was in the household all the way up till I was about 10 years old, 11, something like that. And, he was consistently there. He just wasn't affectionate. He wasn't, I love you, none of that. So I had to realize just how blessed I was. And on top of it, my stepdad, I gave him so much slack and so much, I never had nothing positive to say about him because of the last year that I spent with him where he was not a good person. I put it that way. And that's all I remembered of him all the way through my adult life, all the way into my 50s. It wasn't until last year, Father's Day, after praying and seeking God and asking for forgiveness and realizing that I had to forgive these people, I realized my eyes opened and I realized, you know what? One thing I remember with my father, we never went to church. We never, ever, ever went to church. But when my stepdad came in the house, we went to church every Sunday. So I had a chance to get that spiritual background that I needed. So that was a plus. Two, when my father wasn't there, I had the opportunity to learn things. My stepdad taught me how to drive, how to fix cars, how to do carpentry, how to fish, all of this stuff that I missed with my dad. But my stepdad came in and he was able to help me in those areas. So the point is, I'm not down on my father, but I had to come to terms with the fact that overall he was a good dad. He just did the best that he could. He did the best that he could. And I'm very, very grateful. The last almost 2 years of his life, I was able to come together with him and spend time with him and really get what I needed. Within that time, for the first time in my whole entire life, I got the opportunity to hear my father tell me that he loved me. Never ever heard it, ever in my whole life. And I was about 24 years old when he said that. And when he said that to me, I was like a little kid. I could have melted all over the floor like a piece of chocolate. I needed that. I needed that. So I would never ever take for granted the lessons and the blessings that I got from my father because, as I said on my video, sometimes what he didn't teach, well, no, let me rephrase it. The things that my father didn't teach was lessons that I learned. The things that he didn't teach was lessons that I learned. And let me explain that. The things that he didn't do helped me to be a better father to my kids. It was a lesson for me because I had in my mind, I'm going to be different. I'm going to do better with my kids. So those lessons that I didn't learn from him taught me to do better by my kids. So that was a blessing in itself. Now, I didn't get everything right with my kids, but acknowledgement means a lot. You acknowledge your mistakes and you work towards trying to do things better. And when as you passing your knowledge on to the next generation, your kids, you breaking that chain of lack and you're making your kids and your grandkids and the next generation feel more secure, more loved, more appreciated, and more motivated to do the next thing, the same thing, and do better down to the generations. So we're breaking generational curses. And I thank God for my father and what he did teach me and what he didn't teach me. And I'm moving forward trying to teach my kids what I've learned and to do better. So that's my lesson for today. Happy birthday to my father in heaven. I love you. I miss you. And, you know, that's all I got, y'all. I just wanted to get y'all the message. Y'all be good to each other. Take care of each other. And listen, don't let silly disagreements keep you away from your family members because life is short. You never know when God is going to come and take them. And you don't want to be sitting around there being mad, ignoring people, and then, God forbid, something happen. You're not going to feel good about it. So try to make things right the best way you can. But that's my message for today. Till the next time, y'all, I appreciate y'all coming in. Mad love. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Till the next time, love, peace, and blessings to all of y'all. I'll see you in the next one. I see somebody write something. Let me see. Thank you for sharing your story and message. And this has helped me. Thanks, man. Hey, sure enough, that's real talk. And that's listen. Let me get my words right. That's what I do. That's what I do. We gotta help each other. We gotta help each other. Cause listen, there's love and relationships and family is important. And I know you can't get listen, you can't get along with everybody. But the most or the least that you can do is call and check on people. When my daughter called me, man, I seen it. I seen her little name. I said, "Oh, that's my baby." I couldn't wait to get on the phone and talk to her. I just forgot all about all the lost time. And listen, it's important. And I appreciate what you said. I appreciate all of y'all. But I'm gonna get out of here. My girl said you start a whole nother conversation all over again. You need to stop rambling. Thank you for your comment. Thank all of y'all for your comment and your time. I see y'all in the next one. I love y'all. God bless. Love, peace, and blessings. I'm out of here. All right, y'all.